The internet.
It's a goddamn war zone.
I mean, sure, the internet is technically a wonderful invention that brought new forms of creativity, entertainment, and is just an overall great innovation that will change the human race overall for the better. But if we're going to be 100% honest, the majority of us are here to use the internet just to take place in massive arguments between tens of people across social media sites, usually over something trivial and stupid. Whether it be over what black box plays games the best, whether or not something can be considered a joke, what game is better, or even depending on what circle of the internet you reside in, maybe even something political. Now, I've taken place in many comment wars in my time. Some of them even on this account that I post videos on, which, frankly, was a very bad idea. Now, you might be saying right now, oh, I'll never end up in a comment war. I barely even use the internet. I'm fine. But the day is going to come where you see a comment that rubs you the wrong way, you reply to it, and next thing you know, you're in the middle of a comment war with no way out. What do? Well, that's what I'm here to help you with. My name's Sushi, a retired internet veteran. I've seen the battles of the great 4chan versus Tumblr war firsthand. And when I say firsthand, I mean I was at my friend's house that night and we created a throwaway Tumblr account that we were going to delete the next day, just to watch the chaos unfold from a distance. But that's a story for another day. And today, I'm going to teach you how to survive an internet war. Or comment war. I don't know, you can call it what you want. Now, what we must remember is that the internet has no rules, which means an argument on the internet is in no way similar to an actual debate. So if you're going to implement the techniques you learned in your debate class in order to destroy your opponents in an online argument, then you're not going to have a good time. For instance, a debate class would teach you never to insult or belittle your opponent, whereas on the internet, if you forget to do just that, you're not doing it right. Remember, the vast majority of people who take part in this sort of thing are usually around 11 years old. So if you're forgetting to use an insult at every possible moment you can, then you might as well kiss your self-esteem goodbye, because the internet's going to take that shit, shove it up its ass, bury it, dance on its grave, piss on its grave, take it back out, and give it back to you like nothing happened. So read up on some insults that can really pack a punch, so you don't have to risk getting your feelings hurt. Another thing to remember about the internet is that everyone here has either a very low self-esteem or an enormous ego. Never in between. What I'm trying to get to is that if you're arguing with someone who is either extremely to the left or extremely to the right, it is likely that they're on the enormous ego part of the self-esteem spectrum. What does that mean? It means if you do so much as assume that they'd ever be wrong in any instance ever, then they're going to dox you. To avoid that, either make sure as little information about you exists as possible, or just instead don't risk it and try arguing with someone who isn't a psychopath. You look up a good point someone else made, highlight it, and Control-C, Control-V. You did it. Good job. It doesn't matter what happens. If every single little thing that makes sense or is soundly proven is stacked up against the point you're trying to make, it's important to never, ever admit you're wrong. Because, I don't know, it's just an unspoken rule that you must follow. Yeah. If all else fails, you have two options. 1. Delete all the comments and pretend nothing happened. 2. Realize that you just wasted the past 2 hours of your life arguing with people on the internet that you've never seen and are never going to see in your life. After this, you realize that life itself is nothing more than a waste of time, so either kill yourself or decide to do something productive. Like kill yourself.
Yeah, boy!
That's all I have for today. Sorry that I ended up taking an extra week than promised. I don't have an excuse, I just got lazy. Well, that and homework. Homework's a big factor, I guess. I'm gonna try my hardest to get a video out every 1 to 2 weeks. No later, no sooner. Hopefully. If I take longer than 2 weeks, then you get a free pass to make fun of me in the comment section. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, you terrifying tree huggers. Have a great night and a great life.